Okay, friends, we're going to start our Reader's Workshop lesson, so that means crisscross applesauce, hands in your laps, and lips in the stack. So to start today, can someone tell me if they remember what comprehension is?
When you understand something.
Right, it's understanding something. So like when we read something and we understand it, that means we have comprehension of what we're reading. So today we're going to learn a new strategy to help us understand what we're reading in our stories and our books. So have you ever noticed that when you do something, it can cause something else to happen?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so this is called cause and effect. So the cause is something happens and the effect is something else happens. So if I dropped a vase, what's going to happen?
It's going to break.
Right, the vase is going to break. So I dropped the vase, so that's my cause, and the effect is that it broke. So we're going to make a chart of cause and effect, and I need you guys to give me some examples. So cause is something happens, and my effect is, can someone tell me what effect is? Does anybody remember what I said?
What happens after that?
Right. What happens after? Good job. So I gave you an example of a vase. Can anyone else think of another example of cause and effect?
If you sneeze on somebody, you're probably going to get them sick.
Good. So if I sneeze on someone, then I'm probably going to get them sick. Good job. Does we have another one? One more.
If you eat something, and if you eat a lot of food, you're probably going to get really full.
Right, so if we eat something, we're probably going to get really full. Okay. Good job. Good, so it sounds like we kind of understand what's going on. So now we're going to read a book, and we're going to practice this. So we're going to read The Day Jimmy's Boa Ate the Wash, and there's lots and lots of cause and effect relationships in this book. So you need to be listening and paying attention. The Day Jimmy's Boa Ate the Wash by Trinket Noble and Stephen Kellogg. How was your class trip to the farm? Oh, boring. Kind of dull. Until the cow started crying. A cow? Crying? Yeah, you see, a haystack fell on her. Does anybody see? I see a cause and effect relationship in the first pages. Does anybody else see the cause and effect relationship? What happened from the 2 pages?
The haystack fell on the cow, so she began to cry.
Right, so the haystack fell, which was my cause, and so the cow started crying, which was my effect, right?
Yes.
Good. But a haystack just doesn't fall over. It does if a farmer crashes into it with his tractor. Oh, come on. A farmer wouldn't do that. He would if he were too busy yelling at the pigs to get off our school bus. If you heard a cause and effect relationship, can you put your finger on your nose? What were the pigs doing on the bus? Eating our lunches. Why were they eating your lunches? Because we threw their corn at each other, and they didn't have anything else to eat. Well, that makes sense. But why were you throwing corn? Because we ran out of eggs. Out of eggs? Why were you throwing eggs? Because of the boa constrictor. The boa constrictor? Yeah, Jimmy's pet boa constrictor. What was Jimmy's pet boa constrictor doing on the farm? Oh, he brought it to meet all the farm animals. But the chickens didn't like it. You mean he took it into the hen house? Yeah, and the chickens started squawking and flying around. Who could tell me what the cause and effect relationship on this page is?
They took the snake into the hen house, so the hen started flying.
Right. So my cause was
The snake in the house.
the snake in the house, and my effect was
The chicken squawking.
good. Very good. Go on. What happened? Well, one hen got excited and laid an egg, and it landed on Jenny's head. The hen? No, the egg. And it broke. Yucky. All over her hair. Well, what did she do? She got mad because she thought Tommy threw it, so she threw one at him. What did Tommy do? Oh, he ducked, and the egg hit Marianne in the face. If you heard lots of cause and effects on this page, can you put your hand on your head? Okay, can you turn and tell your neighbor one of the cause and effects that you heard in the story? Psst, psst, psst. Okay, let's get back to the book. So she threw one at Jenny, but she missed and it hit Jimmy, who dropped the boa constrictor. Oh, I know. The next thing you knew, everyone was throwing eggs, right? Right. And when you ran out of eggs, you threw the pigs corn, right? Right again. Well, what finally stopped it? Well, we heard the farmer's wife screaming. Why was she screaming? We never found out because Mrs. Stanley made us get back on the bus, and we sort of left in a hurry without the boa constrictor. I bet Jimmy was sad because he left his pet boa constrictor. Oh, not really. We left in such a hurry that one of the pigs didn't get off the bus. So now he's got a pet pig. Boy, that sure sounds like an exciting trip. Yeah, I suppose. If you're the kind of kid who likes class trips to the farm. Now the farmer and his wife have a pet boa constrictor. Okay, you guys did an awesome job helping me find cause and effect and relationships in this story. So now, there's a lot of them though. So now we're going to kind of organize so we can understand what's going on in the book a little bit better. So we're going to make another chart about the story, and we're going to think of what happened in the beginning, what happened in the middle, and what happened in the end. 3 cause and effect relationships that happen. So, can someone tell me what was one that we found in the beginning?
The hay was on his house, so it started crying.
Right, so my cause was that the haystack fell. And so the cow started crying. What happened in the middle? Anyone remember what happened in the middle that we talked about?
They took him into the chicken house, and so the chicken started getting scared.
Right, so the boa constrictor went into the hen house, and that made the chickens squawk and fly away. So that in the boa constrictor in the hen house was my cause, and my effect was that the chickens squawked. talk about the end. Can someone tell me what happened in the end?
They
What's that
left,
cause and effect?
they left the boa there.
They left the boa constrictor there, so what was the effect of leaving the boa constrictor there, though?
He got a new pet.
He got a new pet, right? He got a new pet pig. So that was one that we didn't talk about. So they left the boa constrictor on the farm, and so now Jimmy has a new pet pig. Good job. You guys know what you're doing. So we practiced this a little bit, and now I want you guys to go back and practice on your own. So I have a worksheet, and it looks just like the chart that we just made. And you're going to use your silent reading books to fill out your chart, and you're going to think of 3 cause and effect relationships that were in the book that you're going to read. So when I call you, you're going to quietly go get a worksheet off of my desk, go get a reading book, and go to your reading spots. So if you're wearing red, you can go get a worksheet. If you're wearing green, if you're wearing blue, if you're wearing yellow.